Hey guys, ecksehl here, bringing you a video of League of Legends. A tutorial video for beginners, actually. And what this is going to be is it's going to be a, hey, I'm new and I really don't know what the heck I'm doing, so please help me kind of video. One of the videos I wished I really had when I started because I sucked. And when I mean I sucked, I mean I really, I actually gave up the game. When I first started playing because I didn't understand what to do. It was really confusing, and yes, I know it's an easy game. Like, to be completely honest, it's really kind of an easy game. It's easy to get down, the mechanics are kind of easy, but once you really get into it, it does get a bit more hard. It does rely a lot on knowing, you know, placement, knowing enemy skills. Like, there's a lot to this game. So what I'm going to cover is I'm going to cover a lot of the basics, a lot of like what you should do in the first 10 or 15 minutes. So to start off with, I'm playing Ahri, which is a ranged mage, an assassin, you know, champion. So basically I'm good at going in and assassinating people, you know, like assassinationers do. Whatever you want to call it. But anyway, so to start off with, and this is going to be a generic build for almost everyone, you want to start off with Boots of Speed, which is going to be under your movement tab, Boots of Speed, right there. And then you're going to want to go with consumables, which is health potions. Typically 3 of them is a good starting point. And then you go to your lane. I'm in the mid lane, which is by myself, and it looks like I'm playing Malzahar. And what that means is I'm going to be pretty much holding down the force by myself. No one else is here, just me. I know, scary, right? You're all by yourself, never played this game before. Or maybe you've played and you're like level 5 or level 6 or whatever. I'm level 17, by the way. I'm not an expert, I'm not a level 30, I'm not like a diamond, platinum, 7,000 ELO player. But I do know enough about the basics of the game, and I feel that I can help people. I feel that I can help people not suck when they first play. So basically what I'm doing is I'm getting last hits on minions, which I'm not really succeeding at the moment. What that means is my whole goal with this beginning phase is to try my best and last hit minions. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow me to get gold. And gold is good. Gold lets you buy things. So I'm just kind of moving around like this, getting killed by Malzahar, which is awesome. I'm playing against bots, by the way, so they might do, I don't know, some wonky things, I guess you could say. But oh well. And what I'm doing is I'm getting last hits. So last hitting is kind of an art. It becomes second nature after a while, but it really does, it took me a while to actually understand it and get it down. And the whole point is to basically keep moving until you absolutely need to attack. Once you get good, you can actually kind of whittle down the other ones while you're waiting, which I'm really not that great at yet, like that guy right there. And then yeah, that's pretty much what the beginning of the game is. I know it's pretty boring. Now under actual, you know, champions, it's gonna kind of differ because some of them like to push, some of them don't. I just had to use my health potion because I'm really, Malzahar is not doing too well. So I use a health potion, which is bound to whatever keys, so 1 through 6. And you can kind of move these around, so if I wanted that to be 1, you could do that. Oh, that's it. And a lot of it comes down to knowing, you know, knowing your skills and what they hit for, knowing your auto attack. A lot of it is going to be auto attack. You see me using some of my skills, and my mana is kind of suffering. You don't really have very good mana regen, or any at this level for the most part. So you want to kind of use it sparingly, and you want to just mainly auto attack. You know how I'm moving around a lot, I'm clicking around the screen. I'm sure you can probably hear me clicking, but oh well, it's part of the game. You'll get used to yourself doing it. And a lot of that is what it is. You know, I'm trying to push the tower as much as I can. I'm trying to make sure I get damage on it. You don't want to attack the enemy champions while you're under the tower because it'll attack you and it frickin' hurts. And it's something that over time will actually do more damage. So the more hits you take, the more damage it'll do. And when I can, I'm trying to poke him. Poking or harassing, whatever you want to call it, it's basically when you attack a champion while you're in your laning phase. And laning phase refers to the phase when you're just killing creep waves. Creeps are minions. Up here in my upper right, it shows me my minions killed, assists, deaths, and kills, along with the time as my screen goes crazy.
Don't hold back.
And you want to focus on, you know, getting as many kills as you can. Because each one, you'll see the little gold pop up on my screen when I kill one. Basically, oh come on, and this one. Okay, so 23 gold. Now they differ. I honestly don't know what the difference is in some of them. Like maybe the most damage you do, I don't know. Or the more damage you do, the more gold, but either way. So right now I have 843, 4, 5 gold. As you can see, it kind of goes up over time. And what I'm waiting for is I'm waiting until it gets a lot lower, or a lot higher rather. I want to get for my next one, because Malzahar is poking me a lot, that's what she said, haha. Because he is doing some damage to me, I want to get some more survivability, which means getting a Doran's Ring. Doran's Ring is going to give me health. Attack, you know, ability power, and some other things. So I'm going to be fancy right here, and go in, no, he went all the way back. Okay, so I was trying to be fancy and see if I could kill him behind his turret, which is called diving. You don't really want to do that, unless you know you can get a kill off on someone, and in that case it's sometimes worth it if you think you can escape. It really comes down to how well you know your champion, and if you think that you can get out.
Shall we?
Okay, so I'm starting to do a little bit better on kills here. And basically, so I'm waiting for my Doran's Ring. That's going to be my first choice. So I'll show you something really quick. This hides you. People can't see you from the outside here, but they can see you go into it, obviously, and they can only target you once you're inside. Now they can do one of these and hit you, and then you'll show up if you do get hit, but for now I'm safe. So basically I'm going to click on this, my little gold thing down here, and I'm going to take a look at my items. These are suggested items, recommended items, as it says. You don't want to follow these typically. Some of them are pretty good, some of them are not. You want to try to use a guide if you can, like on solo mid. Mobile Fire has some. I use solo mid personally, but at this point with this character I know what to build. So like I said, I'm going to go with Doran's Ring because it does give me more survivability, and I'm also probably going to get Sorcerer's Shoes, which is a build off of my boots. So while I do that, I'm going to back. Recalling does take some time, but you know, you want to do it when you're safe, and I was in the bushes and it didn't really matter. So I can't quite get this yet. My math skills aren't as good as I thought, so I'm just going to get that for now and then come back. I still have a potion left, which is good, and he's level 6. I'm almost level 7, so that's good too. And basically, you just want to keep doing this. You just want to keep going back and forth. You want to stay out in the field as much as you can possibly stay out, you know, as long as possible. And that's why you buy the potions, so that when you do get low on health, you can just hit a potion instead of going back because you don't have any health regen. So let's see here. Try to get some of these kills. Okay, I'm level 7 now.
I know.
Get this last hit. Take care of this dude. Okay, so he's really not low enough for me to do anything. I'm going to try to hit him a few times and get him down more. And I know my skills by now, so I know like I can, you know, hit the last, like these guys, the casters, which typically have less health. I can hit them with the edge of my ball and still, I know that it gets him down low enough, so I'm going to, damn it. See, that was what it is, skill shots. Skill shots are basically you have to aim what you're doing. So like this is a skill shot, so is my orb. Foxfire just does an AoE, so whoever's closest will get it. But it takes, I don't know. Ari is not someone I would recommend starting with, that's for sure. That wasn't really my point of, you know, using her for this. I actually started off with Rise. He relies more on, you know, just hitting an enemy that's closest, or you click on the enemy you want to hit and then you just have to get near them. Those are a lot easier for people to kind of, you know, get used to and whatnot. So I would suggest doing that. Get these kills. Okay, and I'm going to try to take down a turret, which will give me 150 gold, and that's good. I like gold. And I have enough, obviously, for my boots. And then I will probably buy another Doran's Ring after that, just for some more survivability. Try to get these. And really at this point, I'm level 8, so level 10 is going to be right about the point where you want to start kind of branching out a little bit. You really don't want to go past the halfway point or this river. So on either side you'll see these right here. You really don't want to go past that if you can help it. Mostly because they can group up and gank you. And he is not going to die because... Yeah, so what I did there is I tried to ignite him. No, I actually didn't ignite him. I didn't get it off. Once again, what she said. And what that would have done is it would have did some damage over time, plus reduced the healing he was taking. So he popped a potion, which basically kept him alive. And if I would have ignited him, then I would have pretty much killed him, I guarantee. I'm gonna get out of here before the turret gets me. Okay, so this is kind of a scenario where I don't have any minions around me, and this is something I had to get used to, is don't fight when you don't have minions around you. Because not only do they do damage to the enemy, but they also protect you from minions doing damage to you. Okay, so I have no mana, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here, pick up some items. I'm actually going to get my needlessly large rod. Oops, right there, nope. Ah, yes. So I can get that. I can also go for this, which I personally like. You know, it gives me the health plus the ability power. I'm going to start off with the Blasting Wand and then the Amplifying Tome, so it gives me ability power. Ability power is what this champion thrives on. A lot of the casters, every caster for the most part, will be ability power. When you go over your skill, you can see that deals 140 and then plus damage. If that's green, it's ability power. If it's kind of an orange-red, then it's going to be attack damage. And you want to build what is going to be like that. Some characters like Jax, for instance, they use both actually, and primarily it depends on how you're building them really. Certain skills will do differently in different situations. I know it's kind of a vague statement, but for those champions that can do both, it really just depends on what you're trying to do. So if you're trying to, use a certain skill for your team or for situations, like if you're 1v1ing versus team fights maybe, then you build a certain way. Okay, Malzahar is getting close. Okay, and let's see here. So if I hold tab, I have 72 kills. Looks like Malzahar has 41, so that's good. That means that I'm keeping him at bay. I'm making sure that he's not able to get his minion kills by either killing him myself or, just keeping him pushed back basically. So once again, my minion wave is gone, so I'm gonna back up here. Once again, I know my Q, which is my Orb of Deception, that will get the back row all the way down. So I'm going to get this tower down now, and then I think he went back, it looks like he did. Yeah, I think he's buying right now. Okay, so this will give me 150 gold like I said, and at this point what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go get Morgana, which is up top. She went into her jungle more than likely, but we'll see. So what this is it's called ganking, where you're basically going up to one of your other lanes and you're helping them with whatever champions might be up there. So right now there's no one up here, so I'm just going to kind of kill some of these minions. Okay, there we go. So apparently that was first blood. Usually that happens a lot sooner than level 10. Unfortunately, in the lower level games, you'll notice that people do try to fight a lot. So some advice really is to just... Oh, I need to not go that way. Okay. Yeah, I almost died there. So really some advice, for those new people is don't get too cocky. Don't overstep your bounds. That's really what kind of hurt me at first, and honestly it still hurts me. Like I said, I'm not perfect. But the keys to surviving is, playing aggressive when you need to and playing passive when you need to. And for the most part at the beginning, the first 10 or 15 minutes, you're going to be playing pretty passive. You're not going to want to get in too many team fights, you're not going to want to try to overextend yourself. So you want to kind of have a good balance of that. You want to put pressure on the other team, but without putting yourself at risk. And that's a true art form in this game, is knowing when to pressure and when not to pressure. So I'm gonna try to get these kills, and then okay, so I missed Morgana with my charm, which would have drew her in towards me. Pretty much the other team is up there, which is why I feel safe. Okay, and that was their AD carry, which is Misfortune. She's a ranged person, so I know that what her skills are basically. Okay, so we're gonna take this tower and blah 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 blah, so on and so forth. So I think that concludes what I was trying to show you guys. Really, like I said, this is a beginner's guide. This is I don't really know what I'm doing, and I don't have any friends that can show me kind of guide. It's not perfect. I'm not the best player in the world. I don't really know exactly what I'm doing in every scenario, but I do know how to start. I know what the gist of everything is, and that's really what it comes down to, is if you can survive the first 10 or 15 minutes without dying, then you're much better off for it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys understood what I was trying to do with this, and mainly show you and give you tips and tricks on how to spend your first 10 or 15 minutes, and really how to get used to the game. That's really what matters, and like I said, that's what I wish I would have had when I first started. I didn't really have anybody to teach me, so I kind of stumbled through it myself. Well, like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you subscribe to HUPIT Gaming if you're not already. It really helps us out. Also check out our community on our website. We always love new people, and it's just a really good group of people to kind of be with. So I thank you, and see you next time. Bye.